We were given a new mission, but I decided I want to try and do a few of these little bits I've got my walkthrough first. Just because I don't really want to miss them out, and some of them look pretty interesting, so we're going to have a quick look. First things first, it says to speak to somebody called Katsy by the fountain, which I've been wandering around. I think it might be this guy, just says Lovestruck Man. Let's try. I can't get it out of my head. Who? That Viera, that's who. She's all I've ever dreamed of. Maybe it's not that man then. So yeah, who am I looking for then? I thought that might have been it, to be honest, but I've been up to every green blip on the map and I can't find this person, so that's Rabanaston. Let's just randomly just chat to these people, see if anything comes up. No, nothing. So that's the one thing that I'd like in this game that Final Fantasy XV gives you. Oh, there's Jin there. Hey, been a long time, huh? It's me, Jin from the Giza Plains, remember? It's rained now, so we've left the village. Not a soul left there. I thought I saw some people coming over the Osman Plain when I was leaving. I wonder if they know the village is empty. That was me. Okay then. I don't know where this person is, so I'm just going to ignore this one then, by the looks of it. It does say, right, this is not the best English. By the fountain, speak to Katsy. Okay. So I also want to go to the west gate, just straight ahead of me. So yeah, I'm not quite sure. I thought that was going to be it, this guy. It's weird. I was hoping that might be it, but doesn't matter too much. So there's also a guy down here then called Lizmat, apparently we can speak to at the west gate. Yeah, the problem is the bit of equipment I've got, the walkthrough I've got here is just not the best English. Reluctant adventurer. Sorbet. See there, isn't it? Rabanaston. Adventurer. Rizmat. I'll speak to Lizmat. Okay, we'll go with this person. Ha! I've been waiting for some time. You see, I'm in need of assistance. Please hear my words. I have been sent from Archadia to study the sandstorms of the Dalmasca Westersand, but the storm's violence makes such study impossible. There is a place in the desert at the end of the long trail that winds through the north. Mayhap you know it? That is the site of my study. But before the wrath of such storm, I can do nothing. This is why I seek help. Yeah, I'll help. Thank you, my friend. I have made no progress on my own. I would like you to start by gathering some information within Rabanastre. My own inquiries have yielded little. There is one man who knows more than he will say. He sits atop the fountain in the plaza. Okay. Okay, this is makes sense now. It looks like we had to speak to this guy before we could get the guy in the fountain. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. See, the problem is whoever's written this walkthrough, it looks like it's been written in a foreign language then translated, because it's not in the best English. And even the name there is slightly different to the name that I've got on my list. So I need to speak to a man who sits atop the fountain. Or right atop the fountain, or just this guy here? Kotzi. You want to know about the storm in the Westersand? Been talking to that philosopher from Arcades, eh? Well, you seem alright. Back when I was just a kid, I remember that storm growing worse and worse. We had a way to make it inside. Now, if I could just remember... You should go to my old friend Northon over at Storehouse 5 in Lowtown. We were always playing in the sandstorms when we were kids. Okay, so we need to go down to Lowtown now then. Which is the way into Lowtown? Straight down this one in front of me, that's handy. It's worth doing, because apparently there's some pretty good stuff. I'm looking at the list of loot and that's around in the Estersand when we go in there. And there's some pretty good stuff in there. Dragon Shield... Diamond Helm, Viking Coat. It looks like some pretty good stuff that we might be able to get our hands on. So once we've done this, I think this is it really. There's also something in Bujerba we can go and do. There's also a hunt we haven't finished yet, isn't there, as well? Where are we going to then? So we don't want to go here, do we? We need to go to the southeast by the shop. Is the man what we're looking for. Okay, well the shop's down here. So we want to go southeast. Looking for a man. What his name is. We're a travelling merchant. This is southeast, isn't it? Let's look at what it says. Norton is at the near SE of the shop after heading to the Dalmasca Westerstand. Right. It did say it was near Storehouse 5, which I'm pretty sure was... Wasn't Storehouse 5 the way you get into... There's a shop at the top there. It says southeast, but... it says Storeroom 5, which is where you get into the Garamsythe Waterway, which is right at the top here, though, isn't it, really? I hope this is worth something, because... Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one to do, isn't it, really? Whereabouts are we now? Oh, we're more or less there. Mila... There's kites. Dalmascan Patriots. Is it you? Or maybe it's southeast from the shop, which will be down here then, somewhere. Fuss budget. Rabanaston. Neither. Oh, there he is. Northon. Cotty sent ya. Wow. I'd almost forgot about playing out in those storms, but not completely. What you need is a wind vane to get through. Cotty and me had it split up into 2 pieces, 1 each. Get it? That way we could only go out on our secret hideout together. But I buried my half. Head west on the Westerstand and you'll come to a dead end with these giant Dinus cactuses. Okay. It's under one of those. Think you can find it? And remember, you're not only looking for the wind vane itself, you're looking for one of the 2 parts you split it into. Okay. Okay, so now we've spoken to him. We're looking for the Dalmasca Westerstand. Well, let's just speed up a little bit so we can whiz through this. Ooh. Whereabouts is the way out? The other way. So we'll go through this way then. I hope this is worth it. I've not really done any of these side missions before because I never even knew they existed. That's the poor thing about this game. It's very limited, the poor things about this game, but the lack of a quest log or something like that would help you out as well. Just an idea of where you're going. I don't know what the thing is for this. I don't know what you get. Ah, okay. Okay, so you need this. You need this to go. You need this to be able to go through an area that is currently locked off. Okay, so if you get this, then you can go through a different area. Okay. It says something about Dantro's wife, but I've not met Dantro's wife yet. So it says go back to Dantro's. I'm going to ignore that bit, I think. Because I've not met her yet, so... This is Westerstand, isn't it? Do I want Westerstand or want Estersand? Yeah, Westerstand. Okay. I hope you guys are keeping up with this, because I'm well lost. Without any mark on your quest log or anything like that, it's a bit of a pain, but hopefully it's going to be worth it in the end. Because the area it lets you into looks like it's a pretty good looking area, actually. There's some good bits of kit there. Right, I'm just going to quickly... I'm not going to save the game, I'm just going to click on it just to get everyone's health and everything back up, because I can't remember what state I left these people in. We could have hired a chocobo there, actually. Did he speak with you? Good, good. Don't let me interrupt your speech. Okay. So now we need to go into the West of Sand, go to the Wind Ripple Ground, which is the area that's east of the westmost area. Okay. So, east of the westmost, so we need to just keep going through. So what are we looking like at the moment team-wise then? So Pinello, yeah, Pinello and Ashe are the ones that need to level up, so we'll leave them in the team for now. And Balthier is our leader because he's got steel. So we don't need to kill any of these sort of things because basically they're no use to us anymore, are they really? But we do have, of course, a couple of the what's the phrase I'm looking for? The Forgotten Grimoires. So we do get better loot out of them, in theory. Can we get past that one without fighting? Oh no. We're gonna have to fight it because we need to go past it. There was another chest that just shot the corner of my eye there. Oh, we got Larsa in the team. I forgot we got Larsa in the team. That should make things even easier because there is a couple of big, I wouldn't say bosses as such, but there's some stronger things around this way apparently. So maybe it might be worth us having that. It's going to be tricky to try and figure this stuff out with the poor translations, isn't it really? But we'll do the best I can. So how much damage does Balthier do with this new sword then? Which, if we saw the little picture of King Wraithfall in the last video, this sword actually was actually King Wraithfall's sword, wasn't it? This sword is the one that we stole from Belias in the trial mode. Get the treasure, a meteorite. We did find a really expensive meteorite last episode, didn't we? We sold it in the end, didn't we? It was like 10,000 gold. It was. I'm sure we've been this way before. Sure we have. See, I'm worried about that bird. It's not aggressive, so we'll probably try and leave it as it is. Let's kill these then. So we want to go to the area that is east of the westmost area. So we just keep heading west, because the stupid thing east of the most west area is... It's a bit of a backwards sentence, really, isn't it? It's one from the most eastern area. Let's go into this one. So we're still travelling west. And then once we've got there, we need to find a jumbo cactus and get the wind globe. So we're looking for a jumbo cactus eventually. So the walkthrough does suggest doing this before you go to Osman Plain, but I suppose now that we've got Larsa, it just makes things a little bit easier for us, I suppose, isn't it? Is this a jumbo cactus? Could be. Thing is, I don't know how big this area is to say whether... Nothing's coming up on the screen to say I can loot anything, so it's probably not the right area yet. So we'll just continue going down, see how far it takes us. Okay, so this might be... Well, this must be the right area then. This must be the right area. I'm assuming. Because the most western area is that little one where the village is that we're going to go into in a second. Nice, got some succulent fruits. So where are the cactus then? I'm missing something here, aren't I? Or maybe that takes you into the Ogasansi Yensa. I don't know, you know. I don't know. Nothing's popping up here to say loot or anything like that. Can't go down there. Not of rust. So there's another couple of big cactuses down here. Nice shot, Pinello. Pinello destroyed him there. Another succulent fruit. No, nothing's popping up to say loot. No, still nothing. That's a little bit annoying, isn't it? There is a quick way back though, of course you can. There's a teleport thing in the next map. Where is it then? Where is it? Wind Ripple Ground. Does it tell me where we are? Well, I'm in Dalmasca Westersand. Maybe I have to go through this next area then. Go to the Wind Ripple Ground, which is the area that is east of the westmost area. Let's just try going through this town and seeing what happens. Let's just do a bit of science, see what happens. Never know, it might lead us to the right place. Because we can still go west, but the problem is this will take us into the Archadia and Rozarria, which is a place we've already been to. And it did say the Westersand, didn't it? We're in the right place, aren't we? Dalmasca Westersand. Dalmasca Westersand. But he wanted us to... Are you going the right place? I'm lost here. I really am lost. Right, we have been here before, I'm sure we have. Is this where we landed the spaceship ages ago when we were on our way through to the next area? Yeah, we've been here before, a long time ago. Maybe we need to go one back then. Maybe that was the westernmost area. We need to go back to the middle one. We'll try it. If it doesn't work, it won't work, you know, we'll just have to give up, but I'm sure it must work somehow. There must be a way through. Right, I'm going to Google it while I'm doing this. While I'm running back. Limzat. Final Fantasy XII. Is that the one? Yes. Oh mate, I literally just loaded up the same walkthrough that I printed off. That's not going to help me out, is it? Yeah, it's just a it's a bit of a lost in translation, I feel like. Anything in here? No. Nothing in that one. Let's have a look. So we want to get the Wind Vein, don't we? Wind Vein in Final Fantasy. Right. La 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 la. Shimmer Horizons, part of the Dalmasca Westersand, to begin the search for the Dinus cacti. However, recognise that the cacti you seek is a small dead-end pocket in the shimmering horizons. What? It is reached from the shimmering horizons using the side exit opposite the entrance to the Zeratan Caves. So when we're in the completely wrong area then? We're in the completely wrong area because we're supposed to be like... Hang on a minute. Hang on there a minute. Is that right? It says... Hmm. La la la, now 7 plaza, la la la, still has 5, la la la. He sends you to section off wind traced dunes at the Dinus Cactois to search for a wind globe. Doesn't tell me where I need to go, that's the problem. Where do we need to go? Where's the location of the cactus? Enter wind traced dunes from the shimmering horizons. Should be northwest of the shimmering horizon. Yeah, we're definitely in the wrong place then, I think, aren't we? Let's head back to Rabbanasta then. Let's just go through the teleport crystal. Is it teleport crystal? Which is the quickest way? Can't believe this is why it makes sense now that you're supposed to do it before you went to the land of the Gareth, because it's actually on the way there by the looks of it, isn't it? Wind traced dunes. Alright. So now let's go through the teleport. If we can go to land of the Gareth, that might be the best idea. Enter the wind traced dunes from the shimmering horizons. Right, so I want to go shimmering horizons is where I want to go. Can I go from the shimmering horizons through here? No, I can't. I'll go for Jahara. Well, Jahara is where the land of the Gareth was, so that might be the best place to go. Enter the wind... Okay. Let's go back into the Osman plane then. Is this the right place to go? Am I going completely wrong way again? Right, because I'm sure it said opposite the entrance to the Zeratan Caves it said a second ago. At least here we can get some really good XP, can't we? Right, so some sleeping chocobos, we'll get rid of those. Oh, nice. Fear doing some work there, I tell you. Oh, we're brutal, aren't we? Pinello leveling up. We really are so good now. Right, so the entrance opposite... So I reckon it could be one of these two up here that we haven't been down. It looks like it's probably the best way to go. Oh god, I hope I'm going the right bloody way this time. If I'm not, this has been a right waste of an episode, hasn't it? I'm sure, I'm hoping we are though. It's another one of these snakes. They just come out of the ground, don't they? A pebble, yay! It's a pebble, yeah! More, more, more. Right. I hope I've got this right now. Please tell me this is the right place to go. Please tell me this is the right place to go. So I said the entrance opposite, so I think it might be this one over here, not the one I'm looking at right now. Well, at least we've had a bit of an explore, at least, aren't we? If worse comes to worse, at least we've gained a bit of knowledge of the area. We've done a little bit of leveling in the process as well. Go on, take him down. There he goes. We've also got a hunt down here, haven't we? Did we do the hunt? Land of the Gareth it was, wasn't it? We'll have to do that as well, won't we? This is the one that looks closest to me, like opposite the... Or is it? Oh, I'm so lost. If I just knew where I was going, we'd have a good... Oh, we've got some Bacchus wine, that's good. So how do you get there? Here we go, the map. Right, here's a map of where you need to go. Right. Let me view the image. Where do we need to go? Oh my god, it's in the Dalmasca Westersand. It's actually Dalmasca Westersand. I was there, that's where we were. Oh my god, it's actually where we were. Freaking where we were. Right, okay. Okay, I apologise for this. We're going to waste more time here, aren't we? I was actually bloody there. I was right where it was. Right where it bloody was, right. Let's go back to the Jahara and we can fast travel from there again. I apologise for this, I really do. But at least you know where it is now. At least you're not going to have to waste your time. You're not going to have to do the same mistakes that I made. I make the mistakes for you. I'm terrible at this game, I know that. Like I say, it would just be nice if there was a way to track side quests and stuff like that. I'm not blaming the game. But it would be very useful if there was. I don't know why, I just read, as I was Googling it, I just read opposite the entrance to the Zeratan Caverns, and I know the Zeratan Caverns is where we just were a second ago. So I just assumed that's where it was, so I don't know. Yeah, that's a bit confused by that. They've really sent us on a dog and pony ride, haven't they? But I think it'll be worth it because we'll be able to get this weather vane and be able to travel across the area where the storm is, and I'll be able to get to an area that was before blocked off that has some cool stuff in it. Apparently there's some good loot, and there's also an optional side boss as well that we can do should we be high enough level to do. A nice lot of loot again. Right, so back into Jahara. What's the time like on this episode now? Where are we? 27 minutes. We might just have enough time to get a hold of this weather vane before the end of the episode then. If I can find, if I know what that place is called fast travel wise. Right. So we are going to have to come back here at some point and do the hunt, I think, but we want to go to the Dalmasca Estersand or Westersand? Westersand, okay. No, this might be good actually. This might take us right to where we want to be. Right, now... Okay, that's fine. That's exactly where we want to be. How do I get to that bit then? That's the question. Okay, okay. So you see that little bit at the bottom of the map on this area? That's the bit we need to get to, but we can't get to it from this area. We need to go to the area next to this and then hook round. Yes, okay. Yes, and there's another... Oh my god, that's annoying. There's a second entrance to the Zeratan Caverns. There's a second entrance to the caverns. Okay, that explains the confusion now. That explains the confusion. It joins at the map quite nicely, actually. Yeah. Yeah, we're laughing now. We're laughing. We've got this sorted. Kill this thing first. There's loads of things everywhere, aren't there? Oh, we're not stealing off that then. We're just disabling it. Okay. Must be picking up a lot of license points now, which is good. So we want to go into this area. Here. Then we want to follow it round so we can go down. That's the plan. Nice one, Ashe. Ashe is destroying stuff in one hit. I didn't really want to fight this thing, but there you go, it's done. We get some 66 XP and, you know, some more license points and that. This should be a knot of rust, isn't it? Yeah. So the diamond armlet's great, but it does mean you end up with a lot of knots of rust, whereas... See, I'd rather not have a knot of rust. I'd rather get the stuff you get instead of it. Unless we're going to get the good loot, I'd rather just stick with the potions and so forth. Right, so we're going up now. This is the where we're going now, isn't it? So, and then we should be able to hook back round now follow this side. So this is an area we haven't been to yet. Now this area takes us to the Zeratan Caverns a different way, which I still don't think we're high enough level for. We can go in there and be a bit cheeky here and there. That was a good shot, that was. We're just ending up fighting everything at the moment, aren't we? These guys are too aggressive, right. So we want to follow this bit. Is this a secret? Yeah, we go, look. So we want to get to that little bit that we had on the previous map that we couldn't get to. Right, here we go. Oh, I know this bit. This is the bit from the trial mode, isn't it? I think this is the bit from trial mode, isn't it, where you fight the cactoids. So we're looking for the Dalmasca cactus. Now I bet it's going to be the one where that thing spawns in the trial mode, isn't it? I bet it is. Oh, maybe it's not. So one of these cactuses, or cacti, will have the unit in it, I think. Ah, Dinus Cactoid, there we go. There's something buried among the roots. You obtain a wing globe! Woo! We did it! We did it! Right, so there we go. That's what you need to find. It's easy enough to get to in the end, isn't it? Easy enough to get to in the end. Right, so what we're going to do, we're going to call it that for the episode now. What I'm going to do off camera is just make my way back, and then next episode we'll start things off by handing this quest in, and then hopefully we'll be able to take a look at the area that has opened because of this quest being done, which would be nice. Of course, if you have enjoyed this episode, please do like and subscribe as always, and I will be back soon for some more. What are we playing? Final Fantasy XII. Bye.